This video demonstrates the rack mounting and wall mounting of rack mount switches through the RG-IS5200-24GT4XS-UP-DC. The IS5200 series switches are not delivered with the installation toolkit. Prepare the following installation tools in advance. You also need to prepare the following tools for wall mounting. The operator must wear ESD cloth and gloves or wear an ESD wrist strap. After unpacking the device, check whether it is intact and all accessories are available. After unpacking the power module, check whether it is intact and all accessories are available. Cut the grounding connector away from the AC power cord. Remove the outer sleeve of the ground cable with a wire cutter. The removed length must be the same as that of the neutral wire and live wire. Press down the orange button below a port on the AC power input terminal block. Release the orange button after an AC power cord connector is inserted into the port. Distinguish the positive pole and negative pole. Connect two DC power cords to the DC power output terminal block. Distinguish the positive pole and negative pole. Tighten the screws on the DC power output terminal block with a flat blade screwdriver. Connect the other end of the power cords to a 2-pin terminal block in the same way. Insert the AC power input terminal block into the AC power socket on the power module. Tighten the screws on the AC power input terminal block with a flat blade screwdriver. Insert the DC power output terminal block into the DC power socket on the power module in the same way. Place the DIN rail clip on the desired position and fix it to the power module with screws. The DIN rail clip is installed on the power module. Based on the switch installation scenario, there are two methods for securing the power module. A. Fixed in the cabinet. B. Fixed on the wall. First, we introduce the procedure for method A. Determine the installation position of the power module. Insert cage nuts into the specified holes in the square hole strip of the cabinet. Use M6 screws and matching cage nuts to fix a DIN rail to the square hole strip of the cabinet. DIN rail installation is completed. Align the DIN rail clip on the side of the power module with the DIN rail and insert the spring lock into the DIN rail. Push the device down until you hear a click sound. The power module is installed by using installation method A. Next, we demonstrate the procedure for method B. Determine the installation position for the DIN rail on the wall. Mark the positions for expansion bolts with a marker. Drill holes on the marked positions with an electric screwdriver. Insert expansion bolts into the holes and fix them with a claw hammer. Use PWA 4.2 tapping screws to fix the DIN rail to the wall. The power module is installed by using installation method B. Install the power module on the DIN rail by referring to operations in installation method A. The preceding operations illustrate how to install the power module. Now we move on to the device installation process. A. Installed in the cabinet. B. Installed on the wall. First, we demonstrate the installation of the switch in a cabinet. Use M4X7 cross-countersunk screws to fix the mounting brackets to the device. Determine the installation position of the device. Insert cage nuts into the specified holes in the square hole strips of the cabinet. Use M6 screws and matching cage nuts to fix the other end of the mounting brackets to the front square hole strips of the cabinet. The device is installed in the cabinet. Next, we demonstrate the installation of the switch on a wall. Rotate the mounting brackets by 90 degrees. Use M4 screws to install the mounting brackets on the device. Determine the installation position of the device on the wall. Mark the positions for expansion bolts with a marker. Drill holes on the marked positions with an electric screwdriver. Insert expansion bolts into the holes. Fix them with a claw hammer. Use PWA 4.2 tapping screws to fix the device to the wall. The device is installed on the wall. Next, we take cabinet installation as an example to demonstrate the connection of the grounding cable. Remove the grounding screw on the rear of the device with a Phillips screwdriver. Fix the M4 terminal of the ground cable to the device. Connect the M6 terminal of the ground cable to the grounding point of the cabinet. If the switch is installed on the wall, connect the M6 terminal to the grounding copper bus bar. Connect the Ethernet cable, SFP transceiver, and optical fiber. Insert the 2-pin terminal block into the DC power socket of the device. Tighten the screws on the 2-pin terminal block with a flat blade screwdriver. Insert the power plug into the power socket. The status indicator of the power module turns on in green. The device is powered on and the status indicator turns on in green. The RG-IS5200-24GT4XS-UP-DC supports the PoE feature. It can provide power supply for devices such as APs. If the distance between the device and the AP is less than 100 meters, directly connect them with an Ethernet cable. If the distance is greater than or equal to 100 meters, use a PoE/EP switch to extend the power supply distance. Connect the device to the IN port of the PoE/EP switch with an Ethernet cable. Use another Ethernet cable to connect the out port of the PoE/EP switch and the LAN port of the AP. The device is connected to the AP through the PoE/EP switch to provide power supply to the AP. The status indicator of the AP turns on. The hardware installation demonstrations for rack mount switches is now complete. Thank you for watching.